Hello everyone and welcome to my Hip Hop Gossip For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Young Thug links with T.I. to confirm he's back in first video since prison release. Young Thug linked up with T.I. immediately after his release from prison over the weekend. Together the two filmed a brief video celebrating Thug's liberation, which marks the first time fans have seen him since getting out. Back, Thug remarked in the tape. "No cap in my rap. The right way." When DJ Academics published the post on Instagram, admirers celebrated in the comments section. N***** kept his arms crossed to stop from throwing up anything that could be taken as a gang sign, one user joked. Another wrote, "T.I. had his run with the feds too at some point. It's only proper to join with the OGs, help get you on the right route." Others pointed out that T.I.'s kid, Domani, is in the backdrop of the video. The meetup also has fans predicting that T.I. will be coming out of retirement to work with Thug on new tracks. He earlier claimed to be done with performing while appearing on 96.1 The Beat's afternoon broadcast Rari at 2. "I appreciate y'all for offering me my last working gig because I do not need the money anymore and I will not be performing," he said last month. "I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want people to pay me to hop around and sweat for their enjoyment anymore." Check out the clip of T.I. and Young Thug on Instagram below. In addition to T.I., there have also been speculations that he is preparing a collaboration with Lil Baby. Be on the lookout for further developments on Young Thug on Hot New Hip Hop. Young Thug says lawyers do God's work during FaceTime with Brian Steele and law students. Brian Steele is already finding inventive methods to help Young Thug begin his community service journey as a part of the tight restrictions of the 15-year probation sentence he received after accepting a non-negotiated plea agreement in the YSL RICO case. On Wednesday, numerous videos began spreading on social media from Thug's defense. Brian Steele is already finding inventive methods to help Young Thug begin his community service journey as a part of the tight restrictions of the 15-year probation sentence he received after accepting a non-negotiated plea agreement in the YSL RICO case. On Wednesday, various videos began spreading on social media from Thug's defense attorney's appearance as a guest lecturer in front of a classroom full of law school students. In particular, the moment Steele decided to contact Thugger on FaceTime and enable him to speak to the class at length, has now gone viral as Thug appears to discuss his thoughts on his case for the first time since he accepted his plea deal late last month on Halloween. In his talk to the students, not only did Thug attempt to urge them to become defense attorneys, he lauded Steele for his pedagogical efforts and underlined the significance for legal counsel who will battle to keep individuals out of jail for the faults they have done. "I think that the justice system could be very bad," Young Thug added. "Sometimes it could be bad. And you had to always look at it like they're there to put us in prison and you guys are here to keep us from prison. And Brian Steele, still is the best person possible. He's incredibly educational and he should be a professor." Thug continued, underscoring how quickly anyone's life can be upended by legal trouble, seemingly once again referencing the YSL RICO case, during which he spent over 2 years incarcerated for after being arrested in 2022 after being named in an indictment with over 24 other co-defendants. "I think you guys should become lawyers," he continued. "I think it's very important to help people out of the situations that they're in the best you can. I mean, what side you want to be on? You want to put people in prison for mistakes because everybody makes mistakes for human and everybody on this phone, everybody in this classroom, you always need to know that you want one mistake away." Thug signed off by invoking Steele as a divine example for why the kids should consider becoming defense attorneys. "And I feel like we need more people like Brian Steele on this earth and less people like that," he continued. "So I think it's very, very, very important to become lawyers. I think it's very, very important to be a lawyer over any other thing. Lawyers and doctors are the two finest things that were ever founded. You actually help people, and I think that that's God work. It's performing the genuine God work. I think every one of you in that classroom should become lawyers. For sure. Anything you need from me, I'm here. While it is unknown whether Young Thug's address was as impromptu as it appears or part of a bigger effort to complete the terms of his probation, it's probable we will see more instances like this in the future and can certainly anticipate the pair to appear together more formally as time advances. On October 31st, Judge Paige Reese Whitaker sentenced Thug to 40 years, with the first 5 years served in jail, commuted by time served, 15 years of probation and hundreds of dollars in fines after he pleaded guilty to various offenses in the non-negotiated plea deal he accepted. In addition to being forced to complete 100 hours of community service each year of his probation, Thug will also be compelled to return to Atlanta to conduct community presentations concentrating on anti-gang and anti-gun violence messaging 4 times a year. Thug's probation will be followed by a backloaded 20 years, which can be served in custody if he breaches probation. Essentially, Thug will get out of jail instantly and be on probation for 15 years. The judge also stated that Thug had to stay out of the Atlanta metro region for the first 10 years of his probation unless he wants to attend a funeral, wedding or such event of a close family member. Young Thug and his lawyer Brian Steele speak to Emory University law students. Last Thursday, Young Thug accepted a plea deal following nearly 2 years of trial and was eventually released from prison. The rapper will serve 15 years on probation and abide by various release terms, but his admirers are happy nevertheless. It looks like Young Thug is making the most of his newfound freedom, reconnecting with old partners and pals. He even recently chatted with several students at Emory University School of Law, thanks to his lawyer Brian Steele. In a new snapshot, Steele is seen standing in front of a group of pupils on a FaceTime call with Young Thug. Both of them appeared to be in excellent spirits, though it remains unclear exactly what they discussed. They have a massive triumph under their belt, however, meaning Steele might offer some significant wisdom to the lucky kids. All of a sudden I want to go to law school, one ex-user joked. Brian Steele ain't stopped working yet, another says. Steele has been receiving a great deal of appreciation for his work throughout Young Thug's trial. This only increased once the artist was released. Following the verdict, Steele talked to reporters outside of the courthouse. He made it plain that he wasn't fully satisfied, pointing out that he still believed his client deserved to be found not guilty. As far as Jeffrey is feeling now, he knows my feelings, which I am not going to share for attorney-client confidentiality. But this is not the same as a not guilty finding, he noted. He went on, adding how while the result wasn't exactly what they were looking for, they at least managed to get Young Thug out of jail and back home to his loved ones. What do you think of Young Thug and his lawyer Brian Steele talking with students at Emory University School of Law?